I knew this was coming, y'all. I knew this was coming. The hate for Errol Spence Jr. has ratcheted up to another level in the past few days, man. Like, and it's not like for real now. It's getting ridiculous. Ever since Errol Spence Jr. went live and announced that he plans to fight Terrence Crawford at the end of this year or next year, you got people trying to clown Errol Spence every chance they get, coming all out the woodworks, talking about how Bud will do this to Errol, how Bud will do that to Errol, and all this and all of that, right? Really? And this is the thing. A lot of these people that are criticizing Errol Spence are not Terrence Bud Crawford fans, right? They just hate Errol Spence so much that they're willing to big up Bud at Errol Spence's expense. They want to pull Errol Spence down by bigging Terrence Crawford up as best as possible. And I know y'all not real Bud fans, because if y'all really was, y'all would be going to his fights or buying his fights like y'all supposed to, like a real fan would. Y'all act like diehard fanboys all on the internet, but don't watch that man fights, don't pay for that man fights, or go to his fights at all. And I'm on to y'all, because I noticed the more you hate Errol Spence Jr. or any fighter associated with the PBC, the more views you get, the more following that you attain, right? You get a bigger following when you hate the PBC or hate anybody associated with Al Heyman. That's how the game goes. But newsflash, right? The moment y'all make a video where one of them followers or subscribers say something, when you say something that your subscribers don't like, they gone. They leaving you, they leaving your page, unsubscribing for your channel, or getting down on your ass, right? So all of that trying to get a big fan base, doing all these answers to try to get your numbers up, it ain't gonna work. Because the logic that y'all using is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Because you got people trying to clown Errol Spence's resume and oh, look at he ain't beat nobody, fam. You're a huge Bud fan, right? And let me just say this too. Because I don't hate Bud Crawford at all. But Terrence Crawford is an excellent fighter. He's an extraordinary fighter. And Errol is my dog. I roll with Errol heavy. But I always said that Bud was more skilled than Errol, right? But I still got Errol. I would take Errol in that fight. I still would. But I always said that Bud got a few more dimensions to his game than what to his fight game than Errol Spence has. But you don't have to. If you support one fighter, you don't have to hate his adversary. You don't have to hate his rival. But you got guys that feel like if you like Bud, you got to hate Errol. You got to despise Errol. You got to hate everything he does. You got to clown everything he does or try to belittle everything he does. Let's be real. Errol Spence Jr. has 2 belts. 2 belts. If Terrence Bud Crawford had 2 belts and had the same exact resume that Errol Spence would have, a lot of the people that claim to be Terrence Crawford super fans, they will be loving and they will be yelling in support for Terrence Crawford, or say how Terrence got the best resume out of any welterweight in the world. They would say that. They would make that claim, and you can't tell me they wouldn't. Because look, I'm telling y'all, Errol beat Kell Brook, went over to the UK and stopped Kell Brook. And they all excuses, Errol beat him coming off a loss when he moved up, and Golovkin took everything out of Kell Brook. Stop it, fam. If Terrence would have fought Kell Brook after he fought Golovkin, y'all would be singing his praises, saying how great of a fighter Terrence Crawford was for going over to the UK and having that heart to go get his belt and go bring the belt back to the States. I know how y'all get down, but because it's Errol Spence Jr., you don't want to give Errol that credit for going over there to the UK in a hostile environment and taking that boy's belt in his backyard and stopping him. And the thing is, he broke his orbital bone. Errol did not break the same orbital bone that Golovkin broke. That wasn't the same eye. So cut the shenanigans, fam. Then it's the whole thing. He fight a little guy, Mikey Garcia. He couldn't even stop him. What the hell does it matter if he didn't stop him? He beat the living hell out of Mikey Garcia. I guarantee you he was pissing blood. And Mikey was the one they called for that fight anyway. So what you talking about? Then before the fight, we had all different type of boxing pundits and aficionados saying that Mikey Garcia had a chance to outclass Errol Spence Jr. Mikey Garcia had the chance to beat him, and it was a 50-50 fight and so on and so forth. Now, the moment that Errol beats Mikey Garcia at his own game, he outboxes Mikey Garcia cleanly instead of walking him down like all of y'all haters predicted he would do. He did not use his size. He outboxed that man cleanly and purely. But right after he did that, the excuse was that Errol only won because he's supposed to and he's the bigger fighter. And the critique came that he didn't knock him out. Fam, it's hard to knock out a guy that's on the defense the whole fight, that it won't engage. It's hard to knock that dude out. It's hard to. And Mikey Garcia is a tough dude. I'm never going to take that away from him. He's tough as nails. He took a lot of hard, menacing shots. He really did. And truthfully, Robert Garcia probably should have thrown in the towel quicker, but he wanted to give his brother the chance to say he went all 12 rounds with Errol Spence Jr. He wanted to give him that, he wanted him to go out on his shield, and Robert Garcia honored his brother's request, to do so, because Mikey was trying to make it through the whole fight, right? Then they say, look, he had a tough fight with Shawn Porter. How good is Errol Spence? Look at that close fight he had with Shawn Porter. Let me enlighten y'all. Shawn Porter is not an easy fight for nobody. Nobody on this earth. I guarantee you, Shawn would give Terrence Fitz too. He would give Terrence Fitz as well. So I don't know what his logic is that, the fight was too close. Honestly, I had Errol winning 7-5. That knockdown edged it out, and Errol took control of them last rounds easily. It made me feel like, I don't know, was Errol just chilling out trying to see what Shawn had at first? Shawn was throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him, and Errol was taking it, but he was taking some shots too. But at the end of the fight, them last rounds, Errol was outclassing that man cleanly. But the logic is, he ain't what we thought he was, because he had a close fight with Shawn. Fam, I'm going to be real with y'all. Let's be real. We don't know. Y'all always say how Bud would have smoked this guy, smoked that guy, and all this and all of that, right? As skillful as Bud is, he's a skillful fighter. We don't know what he would do against a top welterweight because we have not seen him in there with a top welterweight. Name me a top welterweight Terrence has fought. Name me a top welterweight that Bud has fought. You cannot do it. People try to bring up, Bud beat undefeated fighters. He beat a whole bunch of undefeated fighters. Fam, really? Really? Mean Machine? Look, everybody is undefeated until they take a loss, right? Undefeated record don't mean nothing until you beating guys that are top worthy opponents. Was Mean Machine Kavaliauskas, was he fighting piranhas or was he fighting guppies? Was he fighting sharks? I think he was fighting guppies, fam, because he had a draw against Ray Robinson, Mean Machine, and we don't know Ray Robinson. That ain't Sugar Ray Robinson. He had a draw against dude. So how real is he? And then after the fight, right? When Bud stops him in the 9th round, all I hear is stuff like this. When Bud got the stoppage, all I hear is this. Well, he's a tough fighter. Kavaliauskas was a great fighter. He medaled in the Olympics. Fam, when a dude got 22 fights in, and you still talking about his Olympic accomplishments, that's when I know you reaching. When he's 22 fights in and you all reaching all the way back with his Olympic accomplishments, fam, stop it. Don't try to big him up like he was a killer. No, dude served to be crafty for Kavaliauskas, right? And Terrence had to box him. Terrence went into that fight trying to slug it out, trying to fight him, and he had to figure out how to fight dude. For real. And let's be real, Kavaliauskas, the mean green fighting machine, dropped Terrence Crawford. He did, and Bud is tremendous. It's not the down Bud, but he got dropped. They didn't count it, but he got dropped. So what the hell is it to make? So I don't hear people, all the extreme Terrence Crawford fanboys coming out and saying anything about that. He got dropped. So you're trying to clown Errol for having a tough fight with Shawn Porter, but Kavaliauskas dropped Bud. What sense do that make? I don't know. Make it make sense for me, fam. Make it make sense for me. Then they bring up, Terrence beat a champion. Fam, Jeff Horn, brother. If y'all don't get the hell up out of here with Jeff Horn, I'm not going to even lie to y'all. Jeff Horn ain't never in my life jump off the screen to me as something that was nice in a boxing ring. He ain't never looked impressive to me. Ever in my life, I ain't never said Jeff Horn was that dude. I never in my life thought he was that dude. For real? Jeff, you know what? Sometimes I hate to say, what another fighter would have done to another fighter until they get in the ring, but I know for a fact, Errol would have smoked the hell. He would have smoked him like a Newport. Would have smoked Jeff Horn. And then Benavidez, brother. Benavidez, come on, fam. Benavidez, for real? Him? Who the hell Benavidez? What he do? Benavidez and Amir Khan? Amir Khan was finished 4 fights ago. We know he had a glass jaw. What the hell? What was that to prove against Amir Khan? Amir Khan, he crafty, he skilled, got quick hands, but he get touched, is over with. And everybody know that. So bragging on that Amir Khan win is like, what? Really? He got Amir Khan, Jeff Horn, Benavidez, and Kavaliauskas since he moved up. Ooh, them dudes saying that's a special resume to y'all, man. Come on, man. If Errol Spence had the same resume that Terrence Crawford had, y'all be clowning EJ. Y'all would be clowning Errol if he had that resume. Look who that man then fought. Like, come on, stop, man. And don't get me wrong. I feel like Terrence Crawford got the skills to beat majority of the top welterweights, but we don't know it for a fact until we see it. For real, I think him and Errol is a 50-50 fight, for sure. But I'm rolling with my boy Errol Spence Jr. And then you got people that say, these guys, because they say stuff like, all these dudes in the LDBC, they hate Terrence Crawford. They hate him because he don't want to give interviews. It ain't the fact that Bud don't want to give interviews. Let's be real. The brothers in the LDBC, and I've been watching them brothers' channel for a while. They've been supporting Bud for a long time. Before all these dudes jumped on Terrence Crawford's train when he became an adversary, when he moved up, that's when everybody jumped on his train because they didn't like Errol Spence. They didn't like the PBC guys, so they wanted somebody to oppose Errol Spence Jr. Bud is signed with Bob Arum in Top Rank, so they figured he would be the adversary. These dudes jumped on the train quick just now. The LDBC been supporting Bud Crawford when nobody else was. Going to that man fights, talking about him, bigging him up, buying his fights, all of this. They've been doing all of that. And Bud feel like he too big to get them brothers an interview. You too big to get them brothers an interview. You send your little mans to do an interview with them, but you don't want to talk to them brothers that was supporting you before everybody got on your train. Because let's be real. When the LDBC brothers was advocating for Terrence Crawford to be #1 pound for pound when he became undisputed at 140, when he did that, how many brothers was trying to shit on Bud's name? Well, they was trying to say, oh no, we ain't putting him over. What's the boy name? Lomachenko. We ain't putting. Hell no, he ain't over Manny. He ain't over Manny. They was clowning. A lot of the dudes that's Bud fans now was clowning Bud before he moved up to be Errol Spence's adversary because they didn't want him to be talked in the same breath as Lomachenko or in the same breath as Manny Pacquiao. When people were saying that Manny was scared to fight Terrence, they was clowning Terrence and trying to hate him every chance they get. Now they big fans. What has changed, brother? Y'all let me know what has changed. But that ain't real for Terrence not to want to interview with the brothers that been supporting him for a long time. That ain't real. Errol Spence has no problem talking to any of those brothers. Errol will talk to any and everybody. And that's why I fool with the champ. Because the champ is real. He real as they come. And let's be real. People started hating Errol when he started talking that black talk too. Not as deep as Deontay Wilder, but in a similar breath. They can't stand that shit. They feel like, just keep it boxing. Just keep it boxing. Don't bring shut up, man. All that being soft stuff. Shut up, man. Shut up. He's just gonna talk about what he want to talk about. He a grown-ass man, fam. You know what? But the flawed logic is just ridiculous, man. Because if Errol Spence had this resume that Bud had, y'all would be killing Errol. So stop it, man. I love both of the fighters. Both are two talented brothers. I can't wait until they get into the ring with each other. But the Errol Spence hate has got to stop. Peace. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out.